new teachers, you have an expert with you today. So let's make sure that we get our pads out and get ready because Ms. Williams is going to have a lot of gems and treats for us. So Ms. Williams, I'm going to turn the presentation over to you.
All right, thank you. So the
Yes.
presentation today is on small group instruction. I asked the question when I get ready to present this information. When you think of small groups or workstations, what comes to mind? So for me, it's small group instruction that is typically about 5 to 6 students. It comes after the direct instruction. So after the teacher has completed their direct instruction, they then look at those targeted skills to see how they want to form their small groups. And then they focus on the needs of the students with the goal of growing their academic skills. So on our campus, we have workstation expectations. And so we know that stations and small groups can look different on every campus in each district based on what those expectations are. Next, they have their technology station. It's just what it says, technology. So our campus is pretty much a one-to-one technology campus where each student has a Chromebook, and so the teacher then forms that group. It could be 2 technology stations or 1. And so whenever they're using the technology station, it is only based on the programs that our district have purchased that will give the teacher data as well. So we know we have a lot of websites out there that students can just go to, but students do not get to go to whatever website they choose during this time. It is a structured website to where teachers can see the data and determine the student's learning pathway, because each student should have a pathway based on their individual needs. And so if the teacher is looking regularly and intentionally at that student data, then they will use that technology program to inform them of their own instruction and be able to have conversations with those students. And so when we say the data, we're looking at either campus-based assessment data, district data, or screeners. I know our district uses MAP assessments. We're actually in the process of taking MAP now. And so every state, that may look different on what that screener looks like. The programs that our students can use for our technology workstations are Amplify, Progress Learning, or ST Math. And again, it's timed because you don't want to just give students any amount of time or just let them have their free time to say, hey, get on the technology, because that can create boredom. And so we definitely recommend a usage of time only for those stations, and especially that technology station. One of the other things that we emphasize with technology stations is just making sure that students' screens can face the teacher. So depending on where your small group table or your small group teacher station is, you want to make sure that those screens are facing you, because as you're using that teacher radar to manage your classroom, you want to also be able to manage what the students are getting on, because students will be students and they may try to go to something else, but you want to be able to have that time to monitor that station as well.
So you suggest that new teachers make sure they get with their principal or teacher leads and find out what are those programs, those computer assisted programs in the district that's going to monitor student data for them to use in the technology station.
Absolutely.
And not just Google something that's fun and cute for the students to to play with and keep them busy.
Right. And so we say if you do that, let them do that at home, but in the classroom, to be able to monitor and collect that data, you definitely want to use something that is an online adaptive program.
Okay. And I like that you talked about something that'll help choose their learning pathways. So those are programs that's going to monitor where the students are and then prescribe the next level.
Absolutely. So if I'm doing well in fractions, then my next question may be on a different skill.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.